Hey everybody, it's Anthony and welcome back to Armageddon's right. The last we left off. It was the dawn of, day 9, I think, and we had a serious an encounter leading into a conversation with Edda, following our very depressing conversation with Rain and the Sunshine of Rainbows, God Rays. In the morning, the camp is already bustling as I slip out of the tent and join the girls. Rain drags her feet around looking like she didn't get much sleep at all. Edda, as usual, is nearly packed up and ready to go. I go through the motions, packing up my tent and belongings, wrangling them all into a bag. Getting it all together has gotten easier with practice. It's almost second nature now. So early. Why does it sound to be such a dick? Yeah, seriously. What is that look on your face? Rising exactly on schedule, being warm, and letting our planet sustain life. Total dick. Another normal morning then. Edda glances past the both of them looking at me. Which way feels right today? Don't you wish we had something better to go on than a gut feeling? Well, unless it's part of the forest looks familiar. It doesn't. None of it does. I wasn't actually paying attention to the directions the first time I came through here. I nod toward the tree line. How about... guys? We both glance over, Andrea staring out into the woods. What is it? I heard something. Define something. We stroll over to her, Andrea's eyes still desperately searching the distance. I don't know. Maybe I just imagined it. Edda holds up a hand sharply, her gaze narrowing. I hear it too, faintly. But it's definitely a voice. A female one. Andrea? Don't ever second guess your instincts. Come on. We hastily grab the last of her things, pulling on our packs and charging forward through the woods. Keep sharp, don't lose sight of which way we're heading. I got it. We're still heading in the direction of town, which makes hope burn in my chest. Maybe they sent a search party. Maybe someone's looking for us after all. Do you hear anything? This is gonna be like one of those mirage things, isn't it? Collective hallucination of a female voice, I guess. Edda hushes her. But the minutes pass. I hope we're moving toward a voice and not an echo. Edda holds up a hand to stop us, calling back from the woods. Hello? Her voice passes through the trees around us, fading away into the forest. We hold our breath. The shouting comes again, closer now and slightly to our right. This way. It was just over here, I swear. Do you see anyone? Hello? I cup my hands and shout through the trees too, looking through the woods too, looking through the trees. Help! The voice is close but muffled. Did she say help? Her expression's one of puzzlement, though I imagine it matches mine almost perfectly. Over here. I follow Andrea, climbing up a few craggy rocks until we come to a gaping, dark square in the ground like nothing I've ever seen. Please don't tell me. Yep. It's coming from that dark, suspicious hole in the ground. Of course it is. Please help me. She sounds hurt. We can't afford to take on anyone who's injured. And who knows how she's injured or why. You're not suggesting we leave her. No, if we make it to town, we can send help back. Her expression is tight, a hand running through her dark locks, pushing her hair back for a moment. I don't know. We can't just leave. I'm not the most moral person in the world, but even I would have a few problems with that. Kyle, what do you think? Ugh, God. Ugh. Well, I think I'll drop a save here real quick, just in case this fucks me over. A decision with Rain turned out better than I expected, so. We had to do something, yeah, sure. And if that suddenly turns out to be bad, I can just jump back here and... It's too steep to walk, but maybe one of us can get lowered down. We have enough rope for that, don't we? Edda nods, sliding Shelton's pack off her shoulder and starting to rummage through it. You didn't want to leave her either, did you? Of course not. Doing this, it's not practical, but... Practical isn't always right. Or fun, come to think of it. We stop blathering and help. She tosses the end of the rope at Rain's feet. Go tie that around the tree over there. Jeez, nobody appreciates practical observations around here. I'll go down. You sure? It's dark and I don't know what's down there. I'd rather be me than any of you. Besides, the chance that whoever's down there can't walk. We might need someone who can carry her, and I'm the best bet. At nods. Alright. Be careful down there. Between the three of us and using the tree as a safety measure, hopefully we can lower you down. Hopefully. That sounds optimistic. I won't drop you. It just depends on how far down the shaft goes. I couldn't see the bottom. I'll take the lantern in my backpack. They tie the rope around my waist. This seems like a good way to snap somebody's spine. You know a better way to tie it? Andrea shakes her head no. I didn't think so. Alright, nice and slow. No broken spines, please.
It will be so kind, as I would like for you to not break my spine.
The three of them slowly start to lower me down, my hand gripping the rope as they try to think. But by foot, I'm slowly lowered further in. Raised voices catch my attention from up above, but I can't hear what they're saying. The sound rises, the rope lurching twice. Drop your pack! Kyle, drop it! I flail desperately, trying to shrug it off my shoulders, but it's too late. My heart flies into my throat as I slip into freefall. Kyle! Under the thud, my heart pounding and head swimming. It was only a few feet. Half the rope, frayed away in the middle, coils next to me. A groan, building from the spike and crash of adrenaline in nothing but a few seconds. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. Is someone there? Please! The yell dissolves into a weak cough. I'm relieved to find that my lantern didn't break in the fall. Lifting it higher, it throws a dim light over the tunnel. Its walls tight and narrow on each side, and I'm sitting uncomfortably in my fucking... Ugh. It branches off into even narrower corridors, a network of caves. The voice begging for help echoes through them. We'll find a way to get you out. Just make camp, this might be a while. I'll have to find another way. If there isn't a way out of here. The hole above looked unnatural, man-made. Hopefully that means there's some other way here. Hello? No reply. I duck beneath the low-hanging rocks, trying not to think too much about how trapped I am. That just make the walls seem to crowd in a little more. That voice... Where'd it go all of a sudden? The hair stains in the back of my neck. I wish the lantern was just a little brighter. Every shifting shadow down here looks menacing. Yeah, but it turns out it was a skinwalker down here and it's mimicking its last victim's voice. You're next. I keep to a system of moving through the tunnels, trying to make sure I know where I've been. The last thing I need to do is get lost in this maze. How long will the girls wait? It's equally terrifying, the thought of slowly dying down here and the thought of them waiting too long and never making it back. Maybe I shouldn't have come down here. Though, just as those thoughts start to creep up, I see a figure in the dark that is definitely not a rock. Oh, well, that must be who was yelling, but who is she? So was I too late? Thoughts swirl in my head, accompanied by a stream of vicinities. I move forward quietly. To my relief, her chest still rises and falls with shallow breaths. She might be hurt, but at least she isn't dead. With a quick sweep of her body, I noticed that her skin is torn up and bloody around her ankle. Did she fall down here only end up with a hurt ankle? Maybe she came in a different way. Hey. She stirs slightly but doesn't wake. Excuse me. Pardon me. Do you happen to have directions? Finally, her eyes flutter open and turn to look at me. Purple. Are you real? Her voice comes out as barely more than a raspy whisper. Setting my pack down, I unscrew the lid of a water bottle, handing it over. I am real. She takes it from her shaking hands, drinking greedily. I don't think she would have made it much longer if I hadn't come down here. Easy. Don't make yourself sick. She coughs a little more, but her voice returns to her as she sits up and heaves a heavy, relieved sigh. Thank you. Don't mention it. Happy to help. What's your name? Hannah. I'm Kyle. Are you part of a rescue party? No, we're stuck out here too. We're trying to get back to town and we heard you yelling. Oh. Her face falls a little, eyes searching my face. Sorry, I know that's not what you wanted to hear. No, it's fine. I don't care, I'm just glad you came for me. How'd you get down here? She shakes her head. I don't remember. What? Did you maybe fall down here? Or... I've had a lot of time to think about how I ended up here. I've gone over it again and again. Believe me, I really don't know. The last thing I remember is hiking through the woods. I don't guess you know another way out then. She shakes her head. And that's not what you wanted to hear either. We can't go back the way you came in. The rope broke, and I don't think we have anything else to use. Oh. Her hands tightened into fists, eyes swimming with emotion. So I didn't just get myself stuck down here. Now I've dragged someone else into this too. I'm gonna be the reason you end up... Hey, I'm down here because I wanted to be. And I'd rather be stuck down here helping than up there doing nothing. What was that weird stuttering in the soundtrack? That's not on you. Every word of it's the truth. I know what it's like to be her in her exact position, wondering if you're ever gonna get home. Really, my circumstances might have gotten a lot bleaker, but they're not all that different from before. Hannah seems to take my words to heart, her expression brightening even through her unshed tears. Sorry. Apparently life or death situations make me really emotional. I chuckle. Yeah, it's alright. We all have that thing that sets us off. You cry over life or death situations, I cry over videos of people getting surprise puppies. No. She laughs gently, almost shyly. You'll be alright, Hannah. We'll find a way out. Another glance of the cave system doesn't, Yes, there's definitely some weird glitching in the soundtrack. And it sounds like it's supposed to be there. It doesn't give me any indication of where she might have come from. Be careful. These caves, they're not stable. They're also not empty. I keep hearing things. Rumbles, tremors. I think I heard one of the passages collapse somewhere far off. I couldn't do anything. I just had to lie here and wonder when the whole thing was going to come down. Ah. Is your ankle hurt? Pretty badly. And you don't ever have that happened either. Her fingers briefly knot in her hair, obviously trying desperately to remember as her eyes well up. Hey, no, it's okay. It doesn't matter. We're gonna get out of here, alright? Stop that. She nods mutely, no doubt still beating herself up. I'm gonna look for a way out. No, I'll come with you. Please? I can walk, just don't leave me here. Her assurance that she can walk doesn't actually convince me, not when she was unconscious just moments ago. But it would be too easy to get lost in this place, wandering around alone. Depending on how deep these tunnels go, if I leave her, I may never find my way back to her. I don't think I have much of the choice. Alright, but we'll look later. You need to drink something and probably eat. Once we're up to it, then we can have a look around. She smiles at me gratefully. Thank you. I kept begging for someone to come and find me. I didn't think it would actually happen. Her fingers reach out, entwining with mine. I recognize her desperation, the way it mirrors my own inner worries and fears. I pull out some food for her to nibble on to try to get her strength back. I'm sorry it's not much. We really need to conserve what we have left. If you knew how grateful I am just for you being here, you wouldn't be apologizing for anything. In fact, I should. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. Hey, I already said it's no trouble. We couldn't leave you. How many of you are there? 4, including myself. We were out here for, she finishes on this look of water and tilts her head in question. Well, what is it? I don't want to worry you. I have a lot of reasons to be worried right now, but I don't think the people trying to help me are one of them. A gentle smile touches her lips. You can tell me. Why we're actually out here still sticks on my tongue. And I'm still salty about it. Peeping Tom, my ass. We were here with the delinquency camp. Oh, aggressive rehabilitation program or something? Something like that, yeah. I've heard of it. It's alright. Not something you need to hide. You're not worried I'm some kind of psycho killer in the making? I wasn't, she said that. She laughs, her face having perked up a bit and her eyes looking brighter. When I first stumbled upon her, she looked half gone. I doubt she's much better, really, but at least she's alert. But something clouds over in her face, her eyes lowering. What's the matter? Nothing, it's just what you said. I'm not really a psycho killer, promise. No, not you, it's just her brow furrows, eyes searching some distant shadow that I can't see. It's... Uh-oh. A low, deep tremble suddenly runs to the ground, which shakes and shudders beneath my touch. What was that? Another cave-in, probably. Look. I lift my lantern, illuminating a curtain of dust drifting from one of the distant passages. Wait. That's not just from the passage. I lifted a bit higher, straining to reach closer to the ceiling. The jagged, ugly fissures in the overhanging rock opened like a smirking mouth slowly spreading into a grin. Hannah? What? We need to move. We need to move now. I rushed to her side, her arm hooking around my neck as I hoisted her to her feet. It's pure instinct that makes me throw my backpack over my shoulder too, our feet scrambling in emotion. Hannah doesn't ask questions, limping along as quickly as she can. Which way? I don't know. But I don't want to be standing under that, not if... Another tremble runs to the cave. A groan splits the rock overhead and the world suddenly vanishes in dust. I duck beneath my arm, a rain of rocks and stones showering us both. The heavy rubble pulls at my clothes, leaving scrapes and bruises along my arms. One wrong hit to the head, neither one of us could be done for. Keep moving. We stumble blindly, Hannah occasionally yelping beneath the shower of hard, sharp stones. Feeling our way through the dark and the dust, the sound of crumbling and the showers of dust slowly let up. Finally, I take a breath of cold air, wiping the dust and debris out of my eyes. It covers my face like war paint, but slowly our surroundings come into view. Apparently, we ducked into one of the smaller passages, but it looks solid. Outside, the groaning and sliding of rocks slowly dissipates, the world settling around us again. I spit the grit out of my mouth. You okay, Hannah? I do a sudden double take. The heat crawls up my neck, seeing the way her clothes didn't hold up against the debris. I think so. Just a little bruised. Good. I stealthily avert my eyes. Oh god, she's looking at me. She probably knows I was staring. I nearly escaped life or death situation. The first thing I do is pervert in a girl. Typical. And fitting, you peeping Tom. Hey Tommy, how's the peeping? You saved me. Oh, right. That. I scratched the back of my neck anxiously, flustering a little under the praise. Maybe. For all I know, me coming down here was the whole reason it caved in the first place. I don't believe that. But I do believe I would still be sitting there if you hadn't come along. She shakes her head gently. First you come down here to help me, and then... I owe you so much. No, that's alright. She smiles. I guess I'll have to be for now. I don't have much to repay you with except gratitude. But will we be safe here? I'm looking around, I can only shrug. It doesn't look likely to collapse in here, but I don't think that counts for much. I take her arm gently again, easing the pressure off her foot. We should probably get further away. We continue through the narrow tunnel, leaving the dust behind. The further we walk, the more her steps slowly start to falter. By that warning, she sits down, her head pressed to her hands. I crouch down beside her. Sorry, I'm just a little dizzy. You should rest. Can we afford to do that? You need to. Let's focus on getting you better for now. If the shaking starts up again, we'll make a run for it. The thought that we might not have anywhere to run isn't the one I deserve to voice. I drop my pack onto the ground. Even if we manage to make it out of here, there's a long hike waiting for us on the surface. It's better that we rest while we can. Her eyes wander briefly to the ceiling, obviously worried. I think it's quieted down. It won't take long, just enough to get your strength back. I can't start a fire, but there aren't enough protein and granola bars for us to eat down here. I rolled the sleeping bags for us. I could use a rest anyway. Not that it'll be easy when I could become silly putty in a matter of seconds should the ceiling give way. And I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.